All right, we're recording. So, hi, Joelle is here with me tonight. I realize it's a Friday night, so totally no worries at all. That you guys are all probably out doing some cool things. Joelle had a nice dinner out with her husband and then decided to join me, so thank you. But I just kind of wanted to do this video for you guys to show you, to talk a little bit about these containers, not like too long about them, and show you how to figure out what bracket you're in. And then I want to show you this tool that I created through Microsoft Excel, where meal planning is like, it just makes it so much easier, at least in my opinion. And I will also share that tool with you guys in our group so that you can use it. But I figured, rather than just putting it in there and trying to explain and like typing how to use it, I would come on here and actually show you, because I think I'm a visual person, and I actually forgot. I learned about how to use Excel in school, and then it's been like years since I've been in school, so I kind of totally forgot how to use it. But so there's some things in there. I don't know, I'll just show you guys in case you're like me and you forgot. But anyways, so these are the little containers that some of you will get. If you don't have them, it's totally fine. And you can still use this meal planner even if you don't have the containers too. So anyone can basically use it, but it's based off of these containers. So what you do when you have the containers is it usually will either come with the Portion Fix, which is a book that explains to you how to calculate what your container bracket should be. Or if you have Beachbody On Demand, you can get all that stuff online. But this is basically what it looks like. Where is it? Wait, hang on. I'll try and show you. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see this, but see this little purple area right here? This is the 21 Day Fix actual book. I will post this picture in our group so you can calculate in case you don't have any of this stuff. But basically, you take your current weight in pounds, multiply it by 11, and that's your caloric baseline. Then you want to add 400 calories, because during the workouts that you're doing, you're going to be burning some calories. So you want to make sure your body's getting, a little bit extra because of that. And then you want to subtract from that number 750 calories, which puts you at a little bit of a calorie deficit, but nothing too extravagant. Like basically, I'm just going to tell you right now, most people, or pretty much everyone I know who's done this container system, has realized that it's more food than they thought it was going to be. And more often than not, people were under eating what they're supposed to be eating, which can negatively affect your results because your body goes into starvation mode. It stores fat. It lowers your metabolism. All kinds of bad things can happen. And we are in this group because we want results. So I want you guys to figure out how much you should be eating. And I really, really, really encourage you to stick to the amount of containers you're supposed to have. So once you figure out your calculation, you will then, I don't know if you can even see this, but you can again find this stuff online, but it tells you which calorie bracket you fall into. So for me, I'm in the lowest one, and that means I get 3 green containers per day, 2 purples, 4 reds, 2 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 teaspoons. And basically, purples are your fruits, green is your veggies, red's your protein, yellow is your carbs, blue is your like healthy fats, cheeses, avocado, stuff like that. And these orange ones are like seeds, oils, like salad dressing, nuts, and things like that. So the really cool thing about these is the whole reason why Autumn even created them is because she, she's a fitness competitor, and like fitness is her background, and she had clients that she was trying to help, exercise and get into good shape and lose weight and all these things. And she happened to just be out with this client for lunch one day, and the client was telling her, I don't know why I'm not really getting results. I'm eating really healthy and I'm doing your workouts and this, that, and the other thing. And then, they're sitting there and they're eating their lunch, and she orders a salad, which is healthy, which is great. But then Autumn on the other side of the table is watching her, and she ate the entire salad. And in that girl's mind, she was doing a good thing. She's eating a salad, it's healthy, it's got veggies, it's maybe has some fruits and like all of these other healthy foods in it. But the portion was almost equivalent to almost what she should be eating in a whole day, as far as some of the containers, like a lot of the greens and the proteins, like it was too much basically in one sitting. So it kind of opened her eyes to the fact that people don't realize, like, sure, you can eat healthy, but you can overeat on healthy foods. But you can also be under eating, or maybe not eating enough carbs, or maybe not eating enough protein, or eating too much carbs and not enough greens. And, you know, there's got to be the right portion as well as the right balance for your body to really get what it needs and to function properly. So that's what these have totally simplified and make it so much easier to figure all that out and to just change the way you eat. And it's not a diet. I hate that word. I think, unfortunately, America has screwed up what that word actually means, because, you know, when you hear the word diet, you think cutting calories, cutting out all the fun stuff, and, you know, not being able to eat like anything that's good, which is not true. Your diet is technically what you eat, but the way that we now think of the word diet is just negative, and it makes us not want to do it. Or if you say you're on a diet, how many times have you guys said, like, I'm going on a diet, and then you start trying to eat good, but what are you thinking about in the back of your mind? Constantly, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, or like, I want to eat this, I want to eat that. Like, it's like as soon as you limit yourself to the word I'm on a diet, it's like you want anything and everything that you're not supposed to have anymore. So I don't like that word. Let's not use it. We're talking about nutrition. This is your nutrition and what your body needs. So these are such a great way to figure out what your body needs in a simple way. And then there's, you know, so many resources for finding recipes. Like, Autumn created a Fixate cookbook, which made my life so much easier because it tells you exactly how many containers is in each serving. So that's like what I need. I need things to tell me what it is, what to do, how to make it, and how many containers it is. I don't know how to figure out that shit on my own. But let me just share my screen with you and show you a couple of other options, as well as this little tool I'm talking about. All right, so, oops, that's not what I wanted. My little thing is in the way. Sorry. Here we go. Pinterest. Who doesn't have Pinterest, right? Well, I guess maybe some people don't, but gotta love Pinterest. I got this years ago, and I have like over 5,000 or 6,000 pins, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty bad, but excuse me. But now I really only use it for healthy recipes. Like, if you search in Pinterest or even Google 21 Day Fix recipes, you will find a ton of them. So these are kind of similar to those nutrition guides where you get a recipe and it tells you the serving size and how many containers it is. So that makes things a lot easier. And now here is this awesome little tool that I had. I will apologize ahead of time. My computer, for some reason, whenever I try to use these Microsoft things, is like snail slow. It's so bad. So hopefully it won't be too bad for us today. Okay. So basically what I did was, up at the top here, because everyone's going to be different as far as where you fall in the calorie bracket and the container bracket. So for me, actually, that's different because that was a different program. So this is actually not correct. It's 3 greens. Oops. 2 purples, 4 reds, 2, I wish it was 3 yellows. There we go. So what I did was put my containers up at the top for what I'm supposed to have. So I want you guys, once you start using this, to adjust the numbers at the top. And then also what I did down here is I tried to kind of separate things like breakfast and then interchangeable lunch and dinner, the bottom snacks and sides, and then like salad dressings and stuff. So basically what I did was, because I have like literally every program, and especially now that the All Access Beachbody On Demand is available, you can get access to every program as well as their nutrition guides and Fixate all on demand. But I I bought all that stuff before they had on demand, which I'm kind of bummed about, but whatever, it's fine. So I went through most of the nutrition guides and I picked out what my favorite recipes were. So this banana oat pancakes is from the Fixate book on page 95, and it has 0.5 purples and 1 yellow per serving. So basically I went through them all, put them in here, said where I got it and on what page, and put their container equivalents in there. And the reason I did that is because if you see these little tabs at the bottom, I have a meal plan for myself and for my husband and then a grocery list. So I'm going to click over to my meal plan, and actually let me delete these so you can see what I mean here. I won't delete everything so I don't have to put in a ton, but okay, so here is my meal plan, and I did it so that I could switch it up. So like this could be my work days meal plan, and then this could be on days off. So I'm not necessarily eating the same thing every single day, but you guys can do it however you want. I personally actually do think it's easier to just cook the same thing for the next couple days so you're not cooking a ton of times, but whatever works for you guys is totally fine. So at the very top, add in the correct containers that you're supposed to have for the entire day. And then the spaces down here are designed so that this row, the total containers row, is going to automatically populate as you copy and paste the recipes over here. So let me show you what I mean. See, this is what I mean, how slow this is. I'm trying to scroll down. There we go. Where's my Mexican taco meat? The Mexican taco meat is one of my all-time favorite recipes. So I'm going to put that over here because I like to have that for dinner with zoodles. So watch, as I paste this, it's going to populate down here, and then it's going to add automatically up here. And that tells me, okay, so I'm still way too low on my greens. I have enough purples here. I still need another half of a red. I need another yellow. And like, do you see what I mean? Like it's automatically populating for you. So you compare your total container row to your plan row. And then wherever you're lacking, you can kind of go back over to the recipes and be like, okay, well, I needed some more greens. So let's add in the zoodles because I like to have that with the Mexican taco meat. And boom, now I'm at 2 greens instead of 0.5. And I added a little bit of the blue because, why was that actually? Oh, cheese. I put a little cheese on it. But do you see what I mean? Like I used to sit down and try to like count the containers and figure this all out, and I'd write it down, and then I'd end up being over or under, and I couldn't figure it out, so I'd have to start all over again. So for me personally, this makes it so much easier because then I can find like another recipe. I don't know, let's try this chicken tortilla soup. I can pop that in there to have for lunch, and then that shows me that, see, that's too much. So that added 2 greens, and now I'm at 4 instead of 3. And that added 1.5 reds, so now I'm at 5 instead of 4. So that's not a good one. I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going to go back and pick a different one. But it just makes it so much easier. And then this recipe list, you guys are going to get this exact version, but you can delete, add stuff however you want to. I actually did add some to this, but for some reason my computer didn't save it. So I had added some Pinterest recipes. So you know how I showed you on Pinterest, you can go and you search 21 Day Fix recipes, you can get a ton of them. If you find a website link for a recipe that you like, put that in here. So to add another row, you just go to Insert and then add a row. And it's going to add one right above it. So let's say, I don't know, let's say I wanted this one, I guess. Why not? I'm just going to copy.
Our appetite for
oh crap, of course that one had a video.
Business delivery services send fresh ingredients you order online.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, I would pick a recipe, say what it was called, say that I found it on Pinterest, put the color-coded container equivalents, and then over here you can paste the link so that you can easily get it. And the reason you want to know what the link is, the reason you want to know what book and what page you found it on is because that's where you get the recipe. So this is the color container equivalent, so you know if it fits into your plan for that day or the next couple of days. But it would take forever to then like go over here and like type out the entire recipe. So like, I'm not going to do that. All I know is I can look in the 22-minute hardcore nutrition guide on page 43, and that's where I'm going to find that sweet raspberry yogurt. And then I'm going to look at that and then list out all the ingredients that I need. So I recommend creating your plan first, seeing the recipes that you're going to use, finding them then in whatever website, book, page that you found, go to the recipes, and then make a list of your groceries. And you're welcome. I put this in here just as like an example. This is like just a couple of things that I added in there, but I kind of find it's easier to shop in the grocery store if you actually separate the groceries by container too, because it's kind of the way that the grocery store works. Actually, like a lot of your meats are in the same area, your veggies are in the same area, your fruits are in the same area. So it kind of just makes it easier that way. So once you have your plan all set, get the recipes and then just make your grocery list. You don't have to put it on here. You're probably just going to want to either put it in your notes on your phone or maybe write it on a piece of paper so you can go to the grocery store with it. But this just makes it so much easier. It automatically adds up for you. And you can put in whatever your favorite recipes are right in here and make it nice and quick and easy. So that is what this bad boy is all about. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you. Like if you have a family, like I made a whole separate one for Eric because he eats more containers than me. He's a guy, he weighs more. So I had to do a whole new thing for him. And for a little while, it kind of made it confusing because like if I was making the same lunch and dinner for both of us, make sure you pay attention to not only the serving size, but the, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, how many servings it is. Like if you make a whole recipe and there's only 4 servings and you're cooking it for 2 people, that's only going to last you 2 days. And if you're trying to cook for 4 days, you need to double the amount of ingredients that you need to stretch that so that it's for 4 days for 2 people instead of just 2 days. Does that make sense? So that definitely, first I was only doing this for myself and it was like so much easier. But then he said he wanted to start eating the way that I'm eating and wanted to get healthier, which obviously is fabulous. But it just kind of made me think crap, how am I going to plan all this? So it's definitely doable. And again, this tool makes it just so much easier. So I hope you guys will use it and enjoy it as much as I do. And I think that's actually all I wanted to share about that. So let me stop sharing. Let me think, is there anything else I wanted to tell you? Oh, there's also a couple of ways to meal plan. Some people like to have the actual recipes that they want and plan those ahead of time, maybe prep for one day a week for the next couple of days. Some people like to cook every night. Some people don't have time to do that. Some people don't like to eat the same thing all the time. So one way to do it, which is kind of new, I haven't tried this yet, but you can buffet style meal prep. So maybe make a bunch of grilled chicken and put it in its own container, and then make a lot of quinoa and make brown rice and, saute a bunch of veggies and put that in it separate. So have them all separate. So then, one night you might have some of the chicken and the veggies with maybe a sweet potato that you heat up real quick. And then the next night you might have some quinoa, chicken, veggies, and you can basically, use your containers and scoop it out so you're getting the right amount for each one. But that way, if you buffet style it, you can kind of create different meals for yourself every day. So you're not necessarily eating the same thing over and over. I personally don't care. I like to do whatever's easier and what's going to make me stick to the plan. So I'm all for, I cook usually twice a week. On one day, I'll try to cook for 4 days. And then 4 days after that, I'll try to cook for the next 3. Because I personally hate cooking. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate going grocery shopping. It's ridiculous. I'm such a child, but I need to just get over myself and just do it. So that means cooking less, and it's so much easier in my mind to just have it all ready because it's grab and go. Like if you get home from work and you're starving and you have a healthy meal already, you're not as tempted to just open your cabinets and like eat whatever. Like you have your meal, just eat what you're supposed to eat. You're not going to be hungry after that. So, and water, drinking water, staying hydrated is huge. And also getting rid of all the crap in your house. Like before we get started on Monday, I highly recommend that you guys throw out or give it to someone else, or if you really want to, I don't recommend this, but eat it all this weekend. So it's not in your house anymore. And then you can get started on Monday, clean slate, all the food in your house is healthy. So you're not going to be as tempted to eat crap. And also this weekend, do your own meal plans, make your lists, go grocery shopping, and make sure that you're ready to go on Monday with your plan in place, what workouts you're going to be doing, how many days a week, your meals are planned, all that stuff. That is what's going to set you up for success. So always reach out to me or share in the group if you have questions, concerns, anything like that. But my job, what I want for you guys is to get results, to start feeling better, to be healthy from the inside out, and to just really get the results that you want. And this is a really important part. Nutrition is the hardest thing for me personally, but it's sadly, there's the 80-20 rule. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but 80% of your results are in the kitchen and 20% is your exercising, which sucks because I could do these workouts like every day. Like I'm fine with that because I love doing them, but the eating thing is where I really struggle. But dialing that in is what gives you the best results, but makes you feel better in general. And it does get easier, I promise. But anyway, I will stop babbling. Joelle, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself, but no pressure if you don't.
I do have one question.
Yes.
So did you make that spreadsheet like completely by yourself? You did.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't like come with anything.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I can just, I think I can add it into our page as like a file. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That's probably what I'll do. And then you guys can use it, download it, and then like delete, add, like do whatever you want with it. Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
I forget. I'm like you. I haven't used Excel in so long. I like forget how to do everything. Yeah.
No. And if you want me to, if you have any like questions in your mind and you want me to help you with, I can show, actually, you know what? There is one thing. Hang on. Let me show you real quick. What you want to do when you're copying and pasting. So over here in the recipes, make sure you hit the number, not just the first box. So hit the number and it highlights the whole row.
Okay.
And then you want to copy that and then paste it. And one thing that also is kind of annoying about this, like I do this all the time and I know this now, but I still do it all the time. Like if I wanted to have this eggplant turkey burger and I tried to copy it and paste it, that actually, will it work? Hang on. Oh, maybe it does just override it. Never mind. Disregard. Just hover right over it and then it, yeah, okay, never mind. Or you can delete the row first, but disregard what I just said, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, and then to add rows, it's always gonna add above wherever you're clicked. So if you wanna add to lunch and dinner, like click on the top one, or it could be the bottom one if you wanted, and then insert row, and it's gonna add above wherever you're clicked. And then you can type all that stuff in. And if you have any questions, if anyone does, while you're using this, just let me know. I tried to set it up so this won't be messed up. But like if you click on it, this up here is the sum of row D7, which is right here, through D16, which is right here. So if you were to put something in this row, that's D6. It's not going to add it in. but I left that blank so there's like a separation. But if you're ever curious, you know, what is this adding right now? Click on it and it tells you the D is a column, and then row 7 through 16 is what this one right here is going to add. And then this one down here, because I put 2 in here just in case I wanted variety, this one is going to add rows D21. Oh, I don't know why I did that, but whatever. D21 through, oh goodness, a number that you will never go down to. But anyway, that's how that works. So yeah, that's that. Any other questions?
No.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for joining. And I'm going to just, you know, share this in the group, and I hope you guys watch. And also, always, if you have questions, you message me privately or post in the group. I promise you, someone else has the same question you're thinking about. So don't feel like you can't ask it. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your night.
Thanks.